Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and hello to the students. Welcome to AIMS Online Education Center where you learn how to write thesis. In these videos, I would share you an important information how to write thesis. So in these thesis chapters, there are 5 chapters of thesis in which one we discussed in our previous video. Then we start today second chapter, which names is review of related literature. The most important, the most focusing, the most directional chapter of thesis, right? So let's begin, and I hope it's easy for you to what which things to include your in chapter 2 means review of related literature, right? Here is the information which you write up in your thesis. I explain you one by one. First, I also give you an important thing in the last lecture. I tell you chapter 1 is introduction. In introduction, you introduce your thesis. Which thing introduce in your thesis to write in chapter 1. And in chapter 1 video, I also tell you chapter 1 introduction is also important as thesis introduction. In the same way, chapter 2 review of related literature introduction is also important like chapter 1. So that's why I put first line, this chapter outline the literature content to the research problem. You can explain various terminology, or you can write as this chapter include definitions, background, focus, references, research theories, and so many factors, characteristic, benefits, disadvantages, sector role, and everything you want written in your main headings would be part of this line. This chapter includes this thing, and at the end you can write this. If you are not giving an extensive introduction of chapter, right? Let's begin. Which thing include in chapter 1? As previous chapter 1, we put just one definition of first variable. You can put 2 or 3 definitions post latest definition, right? If it's the end of 2021, if you are taking leadership, to put an definition of leadership which are given by different authors in 2020 or 2021, these are the most latest definition with citation, and at the end they took reference for the last and referencing, right? Then you put on background of first variable, you put background. Background means historical background, background in your sector, previous researches you do in first variable, right? And the third most important thing, 3 paragraph with background, historical background is more than enough. If you have more literature of historical background, you can put an more, but remember one thing, relate first paragraph with the second, right? First, if you write definition, you can in the end of the definition paragraph put an line, there are historical background of transformation leadership, so which the transformational leadership definition came from. You put a historical background, then you put a background in 3 paragraph. In the last paragraph you write about your opinion regarding background, which type of background you choose for your research, right? And if you are uh, discussing about focus of first variable, in the first focus, which is transformation leadership, focus on what things, and in the second paragraph you focus your research address which focal point of transformational leadership style, right? And next, reference of research theory related with first variable. Uh, when you talk about research theories, as such, transformational leadership have only one element theory, leader member exchange theory. But transformational leadership is a combination of 2 words, transformational And leadership, you put leadership theories, right? Either great man theory, contingency theory, trait theory, behavior theory, and what the information you got related to these theories, put at least 10 chapter and rephrase those which where you are taken from, but remember citation and reference, and give in paragraphs or at least 10 pages of these research theories of your related research theories of your interest variable theories, right? If there are 5, you can put on 5, right? If you have 10, you put on 10 theories. If you have 15 and many more, you can write all of them with citation and reference. In thesis, there is no thing which you cannot take without any reference, right? In the next slide, characteristic of first variable. If I have transformational leadership, there are 4 characteristics. There are 4 factors. Put 4 factors. Brief first, write an introduction of these characteristics. There are 4 factors of transformation leadership: idealized inflation, inspirational motivation, and so on, right? You write this way. Then you put a heading of first variable, idealized influence. Then explain idealized influence in 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, which is required for your thesis, right? To put on these in paragraph form, because paragraph beautify your thesis, right? It's in the same way you can write heading of inspiration motivation as second heading, then write paragraph of inspiration motivation. In such a way you can write factor of first variable, either you have a characteristic or factor, right? Most of time there are something happen, the only characteristic of first variable exists, factors are not. You exclude the part of factors, right? You do not need to search out and hustle your mind to search factors of first variable. If exist, then put. If do not, if one, two of these things, if one is missing, exclude from your thesis. There is no need data because there is no such thing happen in the background, right? These things described in your, if you critically analysis of review of related literature, you study a large amount of literature for your thesis, right? Five paragraph is more than enough, or at least 1.5 page is more than, right? At form factors to definition, we have at least 15 pages because 10 pages of our research theories, 15 these, and 5 paragraph these, total 20 pages. Then role of first variable in your sector, either you are going social studies research, then you compare your first variable and important role in your sector. If you are discussing about education, I am giving you example of transformational leadership, so I put transform role of transformational leadership style in education sector, role of transformation style in business, role of transformation style in politics, which sector you are focusing on, which sector your population given role on these, and write 2 pages of role in different small chunks of paragraph, right? And benefits of first variable, benefits, what are the strengths, benefit, also discuss about the strength of the first variable, at least 2 pages, and in bullets form write those benefits with citation or referencing. Then disadvantages of first variable. These things are also important. Disadvantages help you to define the delimitation of your study, right? 1 page is more than enough, right? And relationship of first variable with second variable, because if there is a relationship study, then you put a relationship to first variable. If there is a fact study, then you put an effect. 2 pages on 2.5 pages more than enough, right? For your first part of literature review is completed. And if you have second part, which things will include in your second part of review of literature, then wait for the next video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. If you write thesis in properly, if you have any problem in your thesis, given comment. And don't forget to direct message on my Instagram page, same as YouTube channel name, Ames Online Education Center. I hope you all of like my videos. So share my video, and in this next video, we will discuss about the second part of review of literature. Take care. Have a good day. See you soon.